All right. Hello and welcome to another episode of Southeast High School Highlights. I'm your host, James Dillard. Going to introduce my guest here in just a second. We are down here in the upstate of South Carolina, and there may be some people experiencing some technical difficulties. So if folks hop on, and we might have to play that by ear, but we definitely have our first guest on here. But real quick, WSBN has a mission to put young athletes in a professional spotlight, and especially those athletes that may not already get that spotlight. That's our plan here with Southeast High School Highlights. We're going to interview kids and keep up with the teams other than football, okay, with our four partner schools. Right now, that's Spartanburg High School, Clover High School, Landrum High School, and the Greer Middle College Charter High School Blazers. So we got a lineup tonight, but like I say, we may be short. We're already short a host for now. So, but as they hop on, we will play it by ear and go from there. But we definitely have two of the top cross country runners, not just at GMC, but in the state of South Carolina. And depending on how far in the top you want to go, we'll talk about how they did nationally here recently as well. Juniors at Greer Middle College, Beason and Jackson Tuck. How are you guys doing this evening?
Good. We're doing great.
Yeah, I didn't introduce you as twins because I believe that's probably pretty obvious to our viewers for sure. But these guys, like I say, are on our cross country team. How long? And y'all can take turns. Who wants to answer? Both of you can answer every question. It's fine either way. But how long have you guys been running competitively?
We first really started in seventh grade. We did cross country with the Greenville Hurricanes,
Okay,
and so that would be 5 years.
very good. So nothing before that. Which I'm sure there's running clubs and stuff competitively before seventh grade, but that's the first as far as with any high school or school, and that's with the Hurricanes. So very good. All right, that's a long time. So what do you guys enjoy about cross country?
I just enjoy like going on runs with like my best friends and kind of have a 40-minute conversation with all my best friends every day.
So 40-minute how far do you run it? Because I know you run the 3.1 miles in way less than 40 minutes. So how far do you run in 40 minutes?
Um, I'll do what is that? That's like a 7 mile run.
Seven.
Um,
Very
some
good.
I think most Mondays we've been doing 8, so that'd be a little bit longer, but right
So
around 40, 50 minutes.
just have that conversation with your friends. Very nice. What about the anything else about cross country specifically at GMC that you guys enjoy?
I really like the team aspect. Coach
Mhm.
Stanley works really hard to keep the entire team really close, and I really appreciate that.
You guys do a ton of activities other than running together. So getting together at folks' houses, cookouts, and sleepovers and that kind of stuff. So that's always really, I think we think that's a key part to the success that the program has. So what about after high school? Do either or both of you have plans to maybe run after high school?
Yeah, I plan to go to a college and run. I've been kind of going through a few options, emailing a few coaches. A few of them have gotten back to me, but it's early in my junior year, so there's not that much that has happened so far.
Got plenty of time, hopefully. All right. So tell us, we're going to skip straight to the California question. You guys, and if I'm counting correctly, there should have been five others, but a small group of our cross country boys just went all the way to California to run in a cross country meet, one of the biggest meets, I'm assuming, with folks coming from all over the country, and literally, uh, Coach Dentler put you guys in the top of the top. So tell us about a little bit about that trip. You know, some about the running part or the not running part. Just what do y'all remember the most, and how did y'all do?
So the race was very different from most races here, where a lot of races here there'll be a bunch of people at like key points where there was a ton of people cheering the entire time, and it felt like you were running in a pack the whole time.
Mm-hmm.
So there was a ton of people around.
And
Yeah, that
that was different, huh?
yeah, and that made it very motivating to run a lot faster. So that was really cool atmosphere.
Well, is it true that like, every one of you guys ended up with a personal record in that meet?
Yeah, so In California, they run 3-mile races, which is not what we run, but even converted to a 5K, I think all of us got a PR.
Well, and with that tougher competition, so that motivates as well a lot of times. So where exactly in California was it?
It was in Irvine, California, right side of LA, in
Okay.
the park called the Great Park, I think.
What else did y'all do on the trip?
So every morning we'd actually go to the park and review the course. We tried to figure out where it was, and we were pretty close. We missed a few small sections, but that's how we do our mileage for the week there. And we'd kind of get back to the house around, would be 10:30 to 11 every day. So that kind of took up most of our mornings. And then at night we went to the beach a lot and just hung out. We had a fire. And then one of the days we went to Disneyland, and that was a lot of fun.
Cool. That is fun. People, have you guys ever been to Southern California before?
I've been twice before.
Nice. I didn't understand the fire in the summer. It's still kind of summertime. But in Southern California, when the sun goes down, I've been out there in June. When the sun goes down, it's chilly.
Yes.
So that's a much needed thing. So very good. So that was a good trip. You guys have had a good season so far. We'll talk about that in a minute, maybe the whole team. But what about school? What's your favorite subject in school?
I'm really liking U.S. history with Mr. Fitz. I really love that class.
Oh, very good. Give Fitz a shout out here.
Yeah, he's a lot of fun. He makes it very interesting. So that's good.
He does a good job. And there's a EOC at the end of that one, and his students did very well last year. So we expect no less again this year. So that's good. We'll shout out to Coach Fitz there. So what about as far as the team and how you've done so far this year and what the outlook is for the season? How's that shaping up?
So we were off to a bit of a slow start. We were supposed to win eye opener basically, and then Caleb got injured and he didn't really do good. So we got third, and that kind of sucked for eye opener. But we're hoping to be back at Coaches Classic Elite and really prove that we're the number 1 team in South Carolina. Later this year, in November, we're trying to go to NXR, which is Nike Regionals up in Cary, North Carolina, and we're hoping to possibly qualify for NXR or get pretty high or ranked pretty high up there.
Is that a team thing or it'll be individual?
It's a team thing.
Okay, very good. And then the ultimate goal, at least for this season for the team, is to qualify and win the state championship. Where are we ranking so far this year among the, we're 3A now.
Yeah. So 3A has like one good team or 2 good teams. It has Southside Christian, and what's the other?
Is it Waccamaw?
Yeah, I think so. And they're pretty good. I think we're definitely seeded to win state. So we just gotta focus, stay healthy, and show up at state.
That's right. Just focus. That's good. That's exactly what you got to do. Keep working hard. Keep getting after it and doing whatever the coaches are encouraging you to do, and keep getting it done in the classroom as well. Is there anything else that you guys want to give a shout out here while you're on the show?
No, sir.
No. Okay. All right. Well, very good. Well, I appreciate you being on, and I even drug out the interview, and you guys did a great job. So best of luck, of course, in everything. And it's always a great day to be a Blazer, right?
Yes, sir.
Thank you for having us.
No problem. We'll see you guys soon. Y'all stay safe.
Okay. See you.
All right. Those guys are really, really good kids. So we're on here, and we do have an interview that Coach Jackson did with a swimmer. But first, I have an update on some teams because I'm going to try to give Coach Jackson another minute to get on here. So since we're talking about GMC, I want to give a shout out to the Greer Middle College girls tennis team. They've gotten into region play. Those ladies are undefeated in region play. and they're on their way. Every team, I believe, now has gone through the region once, so they're going to go back through the region again, and hopefully they'll be capturing the region title and headed into postseason seated very, very well. Landrum, overall, I got a little update on those. No interview again with Landrum, but Landrum girls golf recently won a match against Broome, 210 to 223. The Landrum girls tennis team is 17-2 overall. Those ladies are always really good. And the Landrum volleyball team is 11-4, 6-0 in the region. Those ladies are also always very good. So best of luck to those teams. They need to keep it going. So without further ado, Coach Jackson made an interview with one of his male swimmers, and he's not here to introduce this young man. So we're just going to let it rock and roll.
All right, folks, I am here with Robbie Zeal, 11th grade swimmer at Clover High School. Is that right, Robbie?
Yes, sir.
How's it going today?
Going well.
You may actually have to swim home. It's raining so much here.
Dude, it is dumping hot outside.
Yeah. So tell me this. How long have you been swimming, in a competitive setting?
Well, for about 9 years. 9 years, and then the first 7 of those years was on just a summer league team. But about 2.5 years ago, I joined the YMCA team.
Okay. Well, what's your favorite part about swimming competition and being on the high school swim team?
Oh, the relays.
Yeah.
Relays are the most fun part of swimming because it's like the one time when you come together to get one race done, and it's just a lot of fun.
Okay. Good answer. So I'm going to read something that Coach Wright wrote. And she said that Robbie has excelled in and out of the water. He's one of our captains. He's a great voice on the pool deck. He's a leader. He encourages and supports. And he has automatic state times in 7 out of 8 events this year, right?
Correct.
So you qualify for the state meet in 7 out of 8 events. He's also part of 2 relay teams, which have qualified automatically. And he swam 6 of the best times this season at Clover High School, which 2 of them are your personal best. Is that right?
Mm-hmm. Yes, sir.
So what's your favorite event?
Right now, the 50 freestyle.
Okay. But so let's just keep it real. Fort Mill and Nation Ford pretty good in swimming, right?
They are a little bit better than average.
Yeah, they're
pretty good.
For years Fort Mill has been pretty dominant in the pool. So I know all about that. So what about the rest of the season? We have the region coming up, and you guys looking forward to that?
Oh, yeah.
And obviously, those 2 schools I just mentioned are in our region.
Mm-hmm.
But, we're going to look to crown some region champs maybe in certain events. Well, good. So what are you planning on doing after high school?
I do plan to go to college to swim. Right now, we're looking to try and get me into a Division II school. Division I, maybe if I get better enough in the next year and a half. But I'm emailing, talking to coaches, and outside of swim, I want to go into something engineering. I don't quite know what yet, but it'll be something STEM related.
Okay, sounds good. Now these questions have nothing to do with swim. What's your favorite food?
Barbecue.
Okay, that's a good one. Most people say pasta or pizza or something like that. Chicken. That's a good one. Barbecue's good. Now, you're an excellent student. I did look at your grades. I have access to that. You're an outstanding student. So what is your favorite subject at Clover High School?
Science, easily.
What's that?
Any kind of science.
Okay.
Really chemistry was my favorite class I've taken so far.
Wow. So we're complete opposites on that spectrum. I can tell. Do you prefer cats or dogs?
Dogs.
Okay, good answer. Now, anything else you want to add?
No, I don't think so.
As we get the late
school down.
block in the background. So, Robbie, best of luck the rest of the season. I really appreciate you taking a minute to be on here. And like I said, good luck. Go Blue Eagles.
Go Blue Eagles. Thank you. Thank you for having me.
Thanks. Have a good day.
You too.
Always a great interviewer there, Coach Jackson. He came up with a few extra nice, nice, interesting questions. We appreciate Robbie being on the show, and just got word that Coach Jackson is tied up with a lot of stuff that we're having to do and going on with the storm coming in. And that's may have been hopefully, or not hopefully, but may have been what happened to our guest from Spartanburg High School. So basically, that's going to wrap up the show this week. It's a little bit short, but due to the weather and the circumstances, we do what we got to do. But we will be back next week and have some more students from all 4 of our schools: Spartanburg, Clover, Landrum, and GMC. Best of luck to all the teams, fall sports, as they continue to compete and get really, really deep. And like I say, in the second half of the region games for most of all the teams at this point, and getting ready for lining up for the playoffs. I want to remind everyone of our other show, Fun Fans Podcast, on Sundays, basically for all college sports fans. You can find us at these exact same places. And we want to thank the people at WSBN, Zach Owens, and cooperation of all administrators at our 4 schools, especially Coach Ray at Spartanburg High School. And we'll be back next week with more of your hometown athletes. Thank you for tuning in. Come back each and every Wednesday. Don't forget to click subscribe on the Fun Fans Podcast YouTube channel, as well as your favorite podcast platform. Bookmark us on WSBN TV channel 24, WSBN.TV. Follow us on social media and share, please. On behalf of WSBN TV, the Fun Fans Podcast, Jay Thriller Entertainment, and normally Bailey Jackson, thank you for listening.